Next is a group that I like to call the unproven yet proven category.
Okay.
So if that confuses you, it's guys that I think they can reach the next level, but they haven't quite yet, but they've proven that they can play in the NFL at a level that's not killing their team. And this is a very small category. And that would be Jalen Hurts, Mac Jones, and Tua Tagovailoa. That would be the unproven.
Don't put in Tua. Don't sneak into Dylan.
No, that's the unproven yet proven category.
No, it's not.
I think
it's not, Dylan. Tua's not in that category. You know he's not.
How is he not in that category?
If you're putting him in there, Daniel Jones has to be in there.
Daniel Jones has proven that he can lead a team to 2 straight 4-13, 5-13 seasons. Tua Tagovailoa.
First of all, Tua had much more better coaching. Much more.
Better coaching?
Yes, he had Brian Flores.
Brian Flores was an excellent defensive coach, but he couldn't manage a high school offense.
Dylan, you can't put Tua in there.
I'm putting Tua in there because you can discredit me and you could say all you want about Tua not living up to the 5th overall pick, but he is serviceable.
But there's a big difference between proven and serviceable is different.
Proven that he can be serviceable.
But I don't think he's proven he can be serviceable. I think he's been bailed out several times.
Bailed out? He bailed the team out several times.
No, Dylan.
Against Arizona in the first season they played, against Los Angeles in the first season they played, last season against the Jets, last season against Carolina, he was excellent. But we're getting off topic again, though. My reasoning that
but I think it's important when we're talking about quarterback tiers or replacing guys. I think it's important to talk about them and putting Tua in the proven. Tua is not proven.
Tua is proven but unproven. I don't think you understand my category.
Okay, well.
The proven but unproven is guys Mac Jones, who has proven he can play for the Patriots, but unproven in the fact that he isn't elite yet. So he can definitely up his play to a level that he can get up in the franchise group and the elite group. Same goes for Jalen Hurts. He played with the Philadelphia Eagles. He had a lot of upside, and he showed that he has made some mistakes, and I think he can correct that. He's proven that he can be the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles without ruining them, but I think there's a lot more he can prove to put him in that elite tier. Tua Tagovailoa has proven that he can be the quarterback of the Dolphins and not tank the team. And this year, I believe he's going to prove that he can go into that franchise category.
But this is tiers before the season where we have them. That's why with Derek Carr, you don't have him in elite yet. Although I do still think you can argue for him to be elite. I think he's not there yet because of Devontae Adams. And he probably will be because of Devontae Adams.
Before the season, if we're just going to go with tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, it's kind of just redundant. I want to put my own spin on it.
No, and I'm understanding it, but there is no way that Tua has proven in any way that he just hasn't. He was injured last year.
Last year when he played, he was not bad.
No, and I'm not saying he was bad. Although I think
his rookie year when he played, he was not bad.
No, his rookie year he was pretty bad.
He wasn't bad. He wasn't great by any means, but he wasn't bad.
And he wasn't. But saying good, like we need to have very, very rigid boundaries to where we think. And I think when you look at him this past year, I don't think you can contribute. You can't look at those wins and be like, "Oh, that was Tua."
I think there's 3 wins from last season that I'm going to say was 2.
3.
I'm going to give you 3.
And I think you can say there's 3 wins that Daniel Jones had. So if you're not having Daniel Jones there,
Daniel Jones only won. Did the Giants win 5 games last year? Daniel Jones, I think, only played in 4 of them. I might be wrong though.
No, but I'm saying kind of total. So give Daniel Jones the year before as well.
I'm not even really going off of QB wins as the reason that I think Tua is in this category. I'm going off the fact that he showed promise, and that's very true. He did show promise, especially given the terrible offensive coordinator system, the terrible offensive line, and the lack of a running game. He showed the ability to be able to manage a playbook that was definitely not suited for him and help the team do as much as they can with the cancerous offensive line. So for that reason, and for the reason I might be a little bit biased, but for the reason that I truly do believe in his potential, his hip injury is completely gone, to improve his arm strength, his accuracy is top tier. I think he's going to be completely ready to challenge with the Dolphins for a playoff spot. But you're going off for what he's shown. Unproven but proven, because he's proven he can play for the Dolphins and win games and be able to function in the offense, but he's unproven in the fact that he can't quite be elite yet.
But here's where I think you have a discrepancy, and that's where you say Tua's wins, say you're not contributing, you're not talking about the wins. I think that's the only viable argument you can have. That's the only thing Dolphins can grasp to say, look, this guy can be our quarterback. So discrediting that is just hurting your argument. You didn't discredit that. I'm not sure what you said. I was waiting for you to finish.
I said I'm not completely going off wins, and winning is completely important. I think Tua Tagovailoa.
But you said basing what we're talking about on quarterback wins, I think the only thing Tua really has going for him is the fact that the Dolphins have won games.
Tua's short ball accuracy is better than I think 95% of the quarterbacks in the league. I think we can.
And that's just not true.
It is.
No,
he had a better completion percentage than
because that's all he throws.
No.
And Dylan, and I'm not saying that that's because of the offensive line, because it was bad, but all they did was RPOs,
they ran a lot of RPO and play action, but they ran a lot of RPO and play action because the offensive line won, and because Jalen Waddle was functioning perfectly. So why would they change it?
Yeah, but Dylan, Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill next year, if you want to take that step, which I don't know is possible with Tua, from what you were this year to playoffs, you need to have a deep ball. And I think unfortunately for Tua,
I think we have it.
You've put him in a system, and I think this was high. And I'll get my rant in, but I think what Tua has shown is I can throw the ball short, I can release it in a second, and I can, have a good run. I can facilitate the ball. I don't think he's proven he has a deep ball. I don't think he's proven he has deep ball accuracy. I don't think he's proven I will say his deep ball accuracy, when we've seen it, the 3 times we've seen it, has been good. I think Tua is a very accurate
25 passes over 20 yards last.
Exactly. So not many, right?
It's not many, but we're in
agreement in that. Yeah, right. Well, whatever. It's exaggeration. I do think Tua is an accurate quarterback. I won't say that. I definitely think Tua has accuracy. I don't think he has arm strength. I don't think he has arm power. And I think what all Dolphins fans have been saying is, this definitely is a casual take. And I know, Dylan, you're going to think it's a casual take, but I think it needs to be looked at. And I think it's a valid point is he doesn't have the arm strength. And we saw that. We saw that in the clip that the Dolphins posted. Oh, Tua bomb. It was like a punt. It was in the air for way too long. It was wobbly and it was behind.
It was a terrible social media promotion, but matters.
And I do think that, are we dwelling on it a little bit too much? Yes. But the fact that the Dolphins posted that, maybe, and again, this is all speculation, maybe they just posted the wrong one and he maybe had an accurate pass. I'm not denying that. But I do think that there is some validity to the fact that he simply doesn't have the deep ball. And not validity. We know he doesn't have the deep ball. But I'm thinking going to next year, and again, this is the casual take that all people who are opposing the Dolphins are saying is, I don't think he's going to fit this new Legion of Zoom offense. And look, I do think he can check the ball down, and I think that they'll still be great at that. But I think this team will be at its most lethal with a quarterback who can throw it deep.
So what you've just compiled is why he's proven from last year. He's proven that he can be that check down guy. But I don't think that that's a viable option for many years. I don't think that's a good scheme. That's your own opinion. And I think if they kept him as the same player he was last year, which I don't think he will be, I think he's going to be greatly improved this year, mostly because of offensive scheming and offensive line, but also because his hip injury's gone. We've seen him in offseason. He's been able to throw a lot farther than before. His footwork is outstanding. And I just think we're going to see a lot of general physical improvement on his end. I've been tracking his progress very, very closely, as a Dolphins fan would be. And I am seeing the throws that he's able to make. He is able to throw the ball a little bit faster than he was last season, a little bit deeper than he was last season. The arc on the deep balls, the accuracy on the deep balls has always been there, and the velocity has always been a little bit of an issue. This year, I think we're going to see him be able to make those throws a little bit more comfortably. I'm not going to be able to say that he has a Justin or Herbert type arm, because it's just not true. But I think we're going to be able to see a little bit of the stigma that we've been seeing over the course of his career taken away. That is where I'm going with it.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's finish.